Welcome back to Insights on Leadership and Life. I'm your host, Roberta Pickett, and I am here with three lovely ladies to talk about fitness and wellness this evening. I've got Melissa Granchi and Denise Williams and Denise Schaad. So welcome all three of you to talk about our topic tonight.
Thank you.
You mentioned something, Denise, when you were introducing yourself about how fitness is important, but it's not everything. You mentioned it was a foundation. So let's talk about what is fitness and wellness. What's your perspective about that?
Well, I think if we want to go to the standard of what fitness is about, it's about muscular endurance, muscular strength, flexibility, and cardiovascular exercise.
That sounded very official.
Doesn't that?
Yeah.
Doesn't that? So that's the official definition of fitness. But fitness can be, it could be yoga, it could be Pilates, it could be whatever someone chooses to do. I think you have to like whatever you're doing for exercise to keep it up.
I find it interesting that if you think about people in the old days, they didn't exercise, but they were fit. Most of them, because they had hard work. Their life was hard. So in today's world, we have to make activities or find activities to actually keep us fit, it's a real interesting shift. But so that's fitness. But I kept hearing a but in your voice. What's the but?
I think the but is it's broad. It's wide range. I think it's what you make it, and it can be very personal, what fitness is, and that was my but.
For you, it was mountain biking for a long time.
Mountain biking, cycling.
Mine was backpacking, hiking. Yeah. And Denise, yours was bodybuilding.
It was, and I completely agree with Denise that it's broad and it's very individual, and it's about being able to go out and do the things that you want to do, whatever they may be. And so fitness looks like so many different things. It's just who's wearing it. And are you comfortable in your body, and are you living your life the way you want to live it? And if you're living it exactly the way you want to live it and you're doing all the things you want to be doing, you're fit.
Yeah. And so you, Melissa, your fallback was yoga. It sounds like that was a major thing that was an important way to stay fit for you, or?
I would say yes, and then also I like some sort of cardiovascular, so a lot of running and swimming too, and hiking.
Interesting.
I really enjoy hiking too.
Great.
So yeah, those were things that I found too, and I changed them up a lot because I find that I had to meet myself where I was at. And swimming or running didn't always fit exactly, so maybe I needed to put in a walk or maybe something else, a hike in the middle of wherever I was at, whatever it was. I just had to meet myself where I was at. So like you said, whoever's wearing it's very personal.
Yes.
I'll make it work for me in whatever lifestyle I'm choosing at the moment. And it's always flexible. It has to be.
You know, I think that's the key, isn't it? Is finding what it is for you. I think so many people try to fit in a box.
Yeah.
The diet box, or the fitness box, and they never own it.
Yeah.
I think for myself, I've always cycled many different activities, the hiking, the yoga, strength training, running, just walking. For a couple of years, that's all I could do was walk.
Yeah.
But I enjoy being outside. So the motivating factor was to be outside. But always have 4 or 5 different fitness activities at once going that I enjoy, and not sticking to just one way of exercising.
Yeah.
What does being fit, in the definition, I'll use your definition, Denise, of feeling good in your body and doing what you want to do. What does being fit do for you as a person?
It's the fuel in your car. It's the thing that makes you go. Without it, you're a car with an empty gas tank or a big hole and it's all draining out. you can't get to those places that you want to get to. And so you want to fill it with high premium gasoline, food, and fitness.
The right
thoughts
nutrition.
and-
Yes,
The right
yes,
thoughts.
yes. So many things go into that. And when you are feeling fulfilled, you can do anything you want.
So what comes first, the fitness or the feeling fulfilled?
Oh, boy, that's a really
Good question. I think that is. I think it could go either way. It could go either way.
you're
I could
right.
be fulfilled and still want to go out and run. And I can be fit and still feel fulfilled. That's a
really good question.
that is a good question.
Well, it's the idea of what is fulfillment. I
Yeah.
think that
Yes.
really comes down to there's many things that can fulfill us, but yeah, that being fit provides us, I think, an opportunity. It eases the way, so to speak, to
Yes.
get towards what we want.
And I think
Yeah.
if we apply it to your personal experience, yours with your recent weight loss, and I apply it to my own personal experience of fitness, it kept me clear-headed, it kept me motivated, it kept me focused, it kept my weight balanced. During times when I didn't have other tools, any other way to balance my life but through exercise. So I think that might answer your question. I mean, for me, that personally, it fulfilled a lot of different areas.
What about people who see fitness as a chore, it's like, oh, I have to go work out, or I have to lose weight, or I have to go on a diet. How do you help someone to change their perspective? What do you think, Melissa?
That's a good question. I think it comes back to what we've been saying. It's personal, right? And it's where I'm at in the world and what's happening. Because if it doesn't fit into my life, I'm not likely to do it, as we've all
Yep.
said.
Yeah.
We all seem to be in agreement on that.
Yeah.
So I think it's a matter of helping people see also their importance
Yep.
to themselves and in the world, and to other people in their local family, not just the big world.
Right.
And to be able to figure out a very specific way that will work, whether it's walking. I mean, and sometimes even say somebody just walks to the mailbox and back.
Right.
Let's do that a whole bunch of times. You know, let's start there if that's where you're at.
Yeah.
Or whatever it may be. It has to fit into somebody's life, though, is one thing that I always come back to.
I know I was doing wellness coaching for a while with a health organization, and I was working mainly with people who had diabetes or high cholesterol. And so a lot of times I'd start out as, what do you want for your health? You know, what's your goal for yourself? And one man in particular was so poignant because he said, I want to be able to walk down the aisle for my daughter's wedding. He couldn't walk that far without needing to stop. And when you realize that, you know, it was sad to hear that, but on the other hand, what a powerful motive. He had the motivation to go to the mailbox and back, or go to the mailbox, stop, and then come back, you know, and little by little he built that up. But that's what you're saying, I think, is
I
find
think
out why you're doing it.
I think a lot of the clients that we see at Bodies in Balance are over the age of 50. And for them, a lot of them come from an era where exercise wasn't a part of their daily life, not like it is today.
Right.
And it is a chore for them, but when you begin to speak to them about functionality, being able to get up and down out of a chair, being able to walk to the mailbox, being able to get in and out of the car, then that begins to resonate more with them, that it applies to their life. And so we even break it down into that small of a gain, so to speak.
It's small, and yet when you add those things all up, it makes for a day that is more fulfilling, back to that fulfillment. Because if you can't get in and out of the car, or you can't walk to the mailbox anymore, or walk the dog, or do something, it makes a difference. I know that's actually
Yep.
was one of the motivating factors for me, is I was losing my upper body
Yep.
strength. It's like,
Yep.
I don't like this getting old stuff. So finding a way to change that up, is like, am I too old to start? And it wasn't, you know. So
It's never too late to
to
start.
do something.
And 5 minutes is 5 minutes is better than nothing.
I think that's many people have a hard time understanding that. Seriously, 5 minutes?
Yep.
But seriously, 5 minutes.
Do 5 minutes every day for 2 weeks, and you will see a difference.
Yeah.
It all adds up, even parking further away from the store.
Absolutely.
And add that up.
On purpose. Yeah.
Exactly.
Not
Yep.
trying to have some parking karma going on. So we're going to take another break, and when we come back, I'd like to actually talk some more about the actual fitness of the body, what some things people can do to be more fit in their body, okay? So we'll take a break and come back to more insights on leadership in life.
You're watching Amador County's local television network,